Hello, my name is Nadia. I'm going to talk about Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, a dystopian science fiction novel that is mainly about the moral and ethical concerns of cloning people, calling them donors, and harvesting their organs until they die young. Okay, let's start. Let's talk about the characterization. So at the very beginning of the story, you think that these are just regular boarding school kids, and from the way they talk, the way they speak, the way they feel things, it's very apparent that they're just regular people. And as it is revealed to you slowly throughout the chapters, you suddenly start to realize the bleak reality that they are facing. And near the end of the story, during the climax, it is revealed that other people don't feel the same way towards these donors. Other people think of them as just soulless clones without any personality. And so the writing style is very much apparent that these characters are not two-dimensional. They're not just standard concepts. They have dimension to them. They have nuance. They have sometimes conflicting ideas. They change. They are dynamic, as we do follow them from childhood up till death. It's very much apparent from the get-go that these are just regular kids, and well-written ones at that. And so the reveal at the end only drives it further home that how skewed their perceptions could be.
So for a long time you were kept in the shadows, and people did their best not to think about you. And if they did, they tried to convince themselves you weren't really like us, that you were less than human, so it didn't matter.
Now that I've talked about their characterizations and their humanizations, let's talk about the dehumanizations of donors brought up near the end of the story. So I'd like to bring in the topic of Black Lives Matter and bring it way back to a time where American doctors operated on black slaves as if they were guinea pigs. There was this notion that black people had a higher pain tolerance compared to white people, but there was also an allegedly scientific racism that was used to justify white people's belief that their race was superior. And so by dehumanizing black people and slaves, and also the whole natural slave notion, people don't have to feel bad when they are exploiting them, because they could rationalize it by thinking that they are not fully human, therefore they are not capable of feeling all of pain, and it's fine, don't think about it.
Oh gee, look at this. Before that, all clones existed only to supply medical science. The world didn't want to be reminded how the donation program really worked. There's a notable line that goes, "But a generation of created children who take their place in society, children demonstrably superior to the rest of us? Oh no, that frightened people. They recoiled from that."
So let's talk about dominant groups in several countries, about how they're not willing to take in immigrants for fear that they would be replaced or they would become the minority. So people's response to that is, what's so bad about being a minority? Are minorities treated badly in your country? Is that why you don't want to become a minority? And it goes with this as well. Why don't you want to have superior children? Is it because inferior people are treated badly in your society? Or maybe is it because you would be the one who is subject to the dehumanization, as you did with the donors? That's why I brought this up, because the humanization and consequently the dehumanization of the donors at the end, the reveal, says a bit about how we view these classes of people that we consciously or subconsciously dehumanize in order to justify their suffering. So I think the point of view in this novel is also very important. We've been in the mind of Kathy for such a long time that it's jarring to think that other people might not even consider them as human. And how does our own point of view reflect our worldview? Do we just judge from the outside, or are we willing to listen to them telling their stories, narrate their own lives? That's a very heavy conversation that I don't think 5 minutes is enough to have to talk about. So I'll end that here. Thank you for watching.